Alright, here we've got the basic structure in place. Let's move on to the exciting part, designing our custom select input with some interactive features.
As you can see, when the options appear, it adds a touch of dynamism to our select input, making it look more engaging and user-friendly. But that's not all. The real magic happens when you interact with the options. When you click on any of the available choices, the text of your selection seamlessly transfers to the select input position, providing instant feedback to the user. And here's a neat usability feature. If you decide to click outside of the options, the drop-down list elegantly closes up, maintaining a clean and organized interface. Isn't that fantastic? We're blending HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create a polished and intuitive custom select input that enhances user experience. So, without further ado, let's dive into the code to make these functionalities come to life. Before we continue with our web development journey, I want to let you in on something exciting. If you're eager to get your hands on the code we're working on today, and believe me, you'll want to, it's all available on my website. I've created a dedicated space on my website where you can access and explore the complete code for this project, absolutely free of charge. It's my way of giving back to the amazing web development community that's always striving to learn and grow. We're building a sleek and interactive user interface using HTML and CSS, and we're injecting some dynamic behavior with JavaScript. In the wrapper division, we're encapsulating our entire select input component. It acts as a container that holds all the elements together. Inside it, we have a select division, which consists of two key components. First, we have the select_text span, which initially displays select an option. Then, we have an eye element, which uses the font awesome library to render a downward pointing arrow icon. This arrow will beautifully rotate when the options appear, adding that extra touch of elegance to our design. Moving on, we have the option_list division, which houses our individual options. Each option division includes an icon from the Font Awesome library, whether it's the Facebook logo, YouTube icon, WhatsApp logo, or any other social media platform. Below each icon, we've included a P element to display the corresponding platform's name. This structure creates a clean and organized display of options, and our goal is to make it interactive. Let's walk through the CSS code that's responsible for the visual appeal of our custom select input. First, we're applying a global reset using the asterisk selector. For our body, we're employing a flexbox layout to center our entire content vertically and horizontally. This creates a beautifully centered display, no matter the screen size. The min height, 100 VH, ensures that our content spans at least the full height of the viewport. Now, onto the wrapper class. This encapsulates our select input, giving it a fixed width and establishing a relative positioning context. The select class is where the magic happens visually. It's styled to have a smooth box shadow, padding for spacing, a comfortable font size, and rounded corners. Using Flexbox, we're distributing the content evenly, with the select_text and select_arrow spaced apart using justify content. The cursor property changes to a pointer when hovering, signaling to users that they can interact with it. The option_list class positions our drop-down list below the select input using position absolute. It has a box shadow to give it a subtle depth, and it's styled with a slightly larger font size. Each option within the list is a flex container, making icons and text appear side by side. On hover, the background color changes, providing a visual cue to users. The icon size and spacing are finely tuned for a polished look. Lastly, text within the options gradually gains opacity when hovered over, creating a smooth transition effect. This CSS code sets the stage for an engaging and intuitive user experience. Now that we've covered the visual aspect, we're ready to infuse interactivity into our design with JavaScript. Let's continue our journey to create a dynamic and seamless custom select input. We start by selecting the necessary elements from our HTML using the DOM document object model. The select element represents our entire select input. Select_text is where the selected option text is displayed. Select_arrow is the arrow icon that rotates. Option_list refers to the drop-down list. and option is a collection of all the individual options. We add an event listener to the select element. When clicked, this listener toggles the hide class on the option_list, which controls its visibility, and also toggles the rotate class on the select_arrow, causing it to rotate when the options appear. For each individual option, we're attaching another event listener. When an option is clicked, similar to the previous event listener, we toggle the hide class on the option_list to close it, toggle the rotate class on the select_arrow to rotate it back, and finally, we set the select_text inner HTML to the text of the clicked option, effectively updating our select input with the chosen option. To ensure a smooth user experience, we add a global event listener to the entire document. This listener is triggered whenever any part of the document is clicked. If the clicked element is not the select element, we check if the option_list is hidden. If it's hidden, we remove the hide class from it and the rotate class from the select_arrow. This ensures that clicking outside the select input closes the drop-down list and resets the arrow rotation. With this JavaScript code in place, our custom select input now responds to user interactions just as we envisioned. The drop-down list appears when the select input is clicked, options are selected with a smooth transition, and clicking outside the input closes the list. We're creating a polished and user-friendly experience that elevates your web development project.